Hello, welcome back. First of all, I apologise for noise in the background. The people a few doors up are having new windows, so obviously there's drilling and sawing and those sorts of things going on. As you can see from the cover, it's Thursday, and Thursday means Collage Day. So last week we did this party bus. Yeah, got a few comments from you guys. So yeah, there's the party bus. Now this is week 25. Where's my little slip? This is it, week 25. So for week 25 we need some map. We need something found under water. Well, I've got this frog, and I've got this turtle out of my Alice book. So that's under the water. I've got a Union Jack napkin because we need a flag, but I've also got this fabric that's got a Union Jack on, and then I've also got this fabric. You can tell we've just had the Jubilee, can't you? But you also need something for a picnic. Well, I thought this one looked like it was very sort of picnicky, but I have also got some cupcakes there, and then it says the sun or the moon. Well, I couldn't find anything I liked that was sun or moon orientated, but I did find in my old children's nursery rhymes, hey doodle doodle, and of course we know the cow jumped over the moon. And as I already had these Alice in Wonderland pieces, I thought, do you know what? Let's go a bit childlike and silly this week. So, I have got a map of the Caribbean because, as I'm sure I've said to you before, my father was Antiguan, and Antigua is obviously in the West Indies. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tear this down to be my background. So we're going to come all the way down the edge, trying to do it straight, Claire, just once. Let's see if we can get a straight line. I don't know why I bother. We all know it ain't going to happen. Okay, let's get rid of that bit. We don't need that. Now, how long do we need this? Right, now I'm going to have to cut this odd, aren't I? If I want to get all of the little islands in of the West Indies. Now, it's annoying because I wanted to keep that bit separate. So I'm just looking at where the islands are to see where I can cut. And yeah, I can actually cut that piece off because I think that would be a good piece to use in its frame for something else. Right, so that now gives me my top corner, doesn't it? Whether I like it or not. So that's going to go there. We're now going to bring this over to there. And we're going to get rid of this just inside there, like that. Okay, so there is, oh, cut it a bit short, haven't I? Never mind. There is my background, okay. And then we want our music. So I'm going to pull out the score bits. I'm not really interested in the pictures or patterning that's on it. So let's pull these out, keep them for another day. This is beautiful, beautiful paper. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use just the parts of the score that I actually want. So rather than, oh hang on, I might be lying to you, because this could actually make a bit of a wonky bit of a wonky picture frame, could it not? So there you go. We could almost do that as a picture frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off that treble clef. You know I love a treble clef. We can use that for something else later on. That could sit on there. And then we've got the cow jumped over the moon. Little dog laughs, see such fun. Just run away with a spoon. We don't necessarily need that bit, but we'll decide whether or not we want it. And then I need to decide whether I'm going to use this. This almost looks like a courtier, doesn't it? So I wonder if that makes sense with the British flag. Now, I don't know. I think we have to fussy cut him first and make a decision from there. So let's fussy cut this out. And see where we go from there. Probably not doing this particularly well because I feel like I'm doing it quickly, but we'll get there. Whoops, nearly sent you guys toppling down the hill then. There's another nursery rhyme. I don't know about hey diddle diddle, we nearly did Humpty Dumpty. Right, so funny enough, I did do a fish carrying letters for a different collage. I've just remembered that way back when. So we're semi doubling up here. Does that matter? Do I lose points for that? Is it a race? Is it a competition? Who knows? Okay, round his foot. He does. He reminds me of a like pantomime courtier, you know, running around the palace with messages and the like. But then I suppose being from Alice in Wonderland, that's probably what he is, isn't it? So it's probably not what I'm seeing, it's probably what it's meant to be. Oh, excuse me, do apologise. There's his tails of his coat. Sorry, I'm being very quiet today, aren't I? That's because mainly I haven't really got anything to tell you. I haven't been anywhere, haven't done anything. Oh, I did have the grandchildren yesterday, which is always delightful. Did lead to some very interesting baking. The eldest of the two girls wanted to bake some cake, which is, you know, it's not a problem, is it? Run up a cake mix quite easily. Found some cupcake cases, but it's always interesting baking with a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old because they don't understand things like put the batter in the cupcake case, and they just sort of take a spoonful out of the bowl and generally flick it around the kitchen. So I think the dog had quite a lot of batter mix yesterday, and there was an awful lot less cupcakes than there probably should have been, but hey ho, they had fun, they tasted okay, so it was all good. And then we went out and we spent some time in the hot tub. I had a good old splash around. So yeah, it was all good. It was all good, good giggle. And then Grandad came down, like hubby came down, because he wanted to make a drink, very foolishly, because then of course they jumped on Grandad in that Grandad play, basically pick me up and throw me around and like I'm a rag doll, because is that not what they want from Grandad? Now I'm thinking I could cut out this Union Jack and get it on that envelope. So let's have a little look and see if that works. I'm not trying to be particularly patriotic here. The reason I'm using the Union Jack flag is because, believe it or not, it was the only flag I had in the house, and I probably only had it because we've just had the Jubilee. So I think I would have to have been on internet printing stuff out, because yeah, I wouldn't have had one either. So there you go. But fortunately we have just had the Jubilee, and I did do a swap in June, part of the Treasure Paid swap that I do every month, and my lovely swap partner sent me all the 3 fabrics that I've shown, the 2 fabrics and the napkin that I've shown you as part of that swap. So fortunately, thanks to her, we've got some Union Jack stuff going on. I'm wondering if we just sort of stick it on his envelope. This is English postage, you know. So there you go. So we're going to do that like that, like that, and then I've got this photo frame, you know, from the die. I think nearly everyone's got one of these now. Loads of people have got these. I sort of feel like we could maybe put the picnic, look at that, teapot in there. That's what I felt like doing. So I'm gonna tear across there, and we can use the flags maybe for something else. Oh, I hope I haven't. Oh, do you know what? I think I've probably gone too low there, haven't I? Oh no, no, mummy, no. Right, sorry. Just having a little crazy moment here. Obviously spent too much time on my own this morning. I need someone from the outside world to bash the craziness out of me. Right, let's line it up and glue it in place, I think, is the answer here. Let's push the page out of the way. Now, come on Claire, think about this. Like that. Perfect. So, if I hold this still and I glue that bit, oh, no, not with that because that's got nothing in it. Glue this bit like that, and I'll bring that back. Oh, stay straight. Like that. Open that back up, and then I can press that down properly, nice and firm, and then we can put the glue on the back bit. Like so. And we can glue it. I think that is sort of super smart. What say you? and then cut it out. Like so, and then we need to cut out these weird little bits. I don't actually know why these are cut out like this. Is that what an actual negative looks like? I haven't seen one for so many years. I don't really know, because of course we don't have negatives anymore. The world of digital film and all that. Should have maybe trimmed that before I stuck it all down. What do we think? That would have made more sense, wouldn't it? If we pick this bit of fabric up, like that, because that's, in case you hadn't noticed, that's driving me insane. So I'm just gonna there we go. That's better. Then we can put more glue in there, that's not a problem. Glue is the least of our problems, isn't it? Right, that's better. We're happy now. There you go. Right, let's put a lid on this, because I'm just trying to decide now whether we should maybe use some of this bunting. Do you know what? Not sure. That's obviously a cup. So we could maybe put a lid there. Oh. Trim them off. We could maybe pop that on the corner there, like that, because that then is our teapot and our teacup for our picnic, which is awesome, is it not? Excuse me. And then I think if we can just use these little ones, shouldn't really, because they're fabric scissors and they'll never be nice again once you cut paper with them, but hey ho. We'll fussy cut around this. Get rid of that. Then we could have our little blue and red cupcake on there also. So let's put a little bit more glue on that. we can put that on top of our teacup on there. That's rather cute, don't you think? I'm not going to put another cake on there, I don't think that's necessary. Right, let's bring this all back down so we can see what we're doing now. So I'm actually very happy with that. So let's tip that off for a minute and let's glue up our map and get him stuck down. I think the only problem we're going to have is it's going to be all sort of bottom corner. So I'm going to have a little look at that, see if I can adjust that in some way, because we don't want all bottom corner, do we? It'll be like, towel heavy, and then we'll be like, oh, it's all going to slide into the ocean. It's all down the bottom there, although that in itself is quite funny, is it not? Right, now because obviously I want to stay away from the West Indies as well, that's the thing. So we're going to stick that down there. So let me find a glue book. Oh. And let's glue this. So we have got coming over, coming up a little bit, but obviously we don't want to stick that corner down, do we? Because we've got this other bit going in. But you know what? I think I'm going to cut it off there where it says the little dog laughed. Like that. We're going to glue up this bit and we're going to pop this under there. So it needs to go about there, I think. Yeah, there we go. So we've got a much shorter frame than we had. The next thing I think is to glue our, I can't find it, there it is, glue our Union Jack to our letter, and it went that way, didn't it, I think? No. Oh, which way did it go? It went that way. There we go, there's our Union Jack on our letter. We're gonna see, I want his foot to be on the cow jumped, so he's going to have to go there like that, isn't he? So let's glue this up. Right, so I'm going to stick him down feet first to make sure they go where I want them. And then I can just angle and make sure that he's upright. There we go. Now I thought, part of the reason I cut this off is I thought for added interest, is do we either just, that doesn't look right, does it? Stick into the glue book. Whoops. I think we'll put to see such sport. Excuse me. Excuse me again, I am sorry. I don't know if we want that bit, but we definitely want this bit. And we want this piece like that. It's almost like he's bringing England to the West Indies. Whereas, of course, my dad brought West Indies to England, so he's facing the wrong way. But that's good enough for me. So I'm going to tear off... Oh, no, I'm not. Okay. I'm going to tear off this piece here. There we go. Get rid of that. And then this piece, I'm going to stick... Do I stick or do I put it on a... I could put it on a bit of ribbon or string or something. That would be interesting, would it not? Would it not? Would it not? So let's have a bit of string. Let's punch a hole, because it looks like they want holes. So I think really it's to put a brad or whatever in, but that is me, I'm going to put a bit of string through it. Whoops, just stabbed me top with the scissors. That's not good, is it? Oh dear, it's all going wrong. I'm going to put that through there. Ta-da. And then I'm going to put a hole in here as well, because we can, like that, and we are going to thread. It's almost like a dangling tea bag, isn't it? Which I think fits in with our teapot and our, although to be honest that looks, actually no, it's a teapot. I was going to say it looks almost like a coffee pot, but no, it's not. And then I'm going to tie this to about there, tie a knot, and I'm going to have that dangling down there. So we're just going to cut off that dirty end where I've put my inky gluey finger all over it, and like that. And although when he dangles he covers his head, doesn't have to, does it? Because you could have it up there like that as well. There you go. So there's the craziness that's known as this week's collage. I'm going to put some glue on the back of my label, and we are going to put that on the back side so we know where we're at, and we cover up that NU. There we go. So week 25 is the crazy British people visit the West Indies. I hope you've enjoyed it. You've had a giggle along the way. Stay safe. I'll be back with you very soon. Bye bye for now.